Well, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us for the second day. I helped put together this track, so I'm remembering all these great talks that we talked about, and that I've been looking forward to looking to watching. And in particular, this next one, which is called Albertsons Journey: Modernizing and Migrating On-Premise Retail Systems to Cloud. And I always enjoy a great case study, especially from one of the sources of my favorite thing in the world, food. So I'm really looking forward to this one. So let's check it out.
Thank you, Michael. How's it going, everyone? Good morning from bright and sunny California here. Anand Rao, one of the specialist solution engineers from VMware Tanzu. I've had the privilege of working closely and having the front row seat at the Albertsons side where they've had an amazing journey. They're going through migrating and modernizing applications and their platforms to the cloud. So I'm welcoming my good friend Gaurav Jain. Gaurav, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Anand. Hello, everyone. My name is Gaurav Jain. I'm Senior Manager, Container Platform at Albertson. As part of this platform team, we are managing multiple container platforms, namely Cloud Foundry, AKS and Azure, GKE, and GCP. We are helping create environment and an ecosystem for the application owners, developers, business teams who are looking to leverage the container technology for hosting their application and benefit out of this. With these different container solutions on different cloud providers, which we have set up, we are helping enable these developers with their unique use cases, with their ever-growing needs to solve complex problems while we are looking to serve our customers the best. A quick introduction on Albertson and who we are. Albertson is one of the top grocery chains in the United States. We have 21 banners spread across the entire country, with some of the popular ones like Safeway in the West. Then we have Shaw's, Star Market, Jewel Osco in the East. We have United Supermarkets in Texas, just to name a few. If you are in the United States, there must be one of our stores which is closer to you and maybe one of your favorites.
Awesome. Thanks for the introduction, Gaurav. So, when we talk about migration, when we talk about transformation, a lot of the journeys are helped with some initial challenges that you start off with and you want to achieve some goals. But then 2020 was very interesting for a lot of our retail customers, right? Especially some of the ones like yourself in being in the essential services and building that whole empathy for the folks, the communities, and you become more of a like you're more part of the community as we go through the tough times that people were going through. So tell us more about what you saw in 2020 and how it helped you shape yourself into 2021.
Sure. Yep. 2020. Well, we all will remember this year because of the pandemic and how it changed our life in a way we never would have thought of. At Albertson, as we are into one of the essential services, which is groceries, and very early in pandemic last year, we were challenged how we have been operating and how to serve our customers even more during the time when they need us the most. We saw a significant increase in the demand compared to what we used to experience on the regular days. And this was all due to the panic buying or panic in the country, distress among each other, and people working from home, and everyone is just looking to be safe during this tough time, which we all see last year. Well, we had to hire more staff in the stores and for our delivery to like handle the increase in demand and to serve our customers while they are actually looking out for help from us. During this time, where the whole country was in deep distress, uncertainty, we were looking to do our best to maintain the connection with the community in this time of need and help everyone out and yeah, just go past this pandemic. We also have many pharmacies where we stepped up our efforts in providing vaccination. And well, we have administered more than 6 million vaccines as of last month. So our main focus was like entirely customers and how we can serve them the best while they actually need us.
Fantastic. I love the whole customer first, community first approach that y'all took, and making sure the best of the services are available for every individual in their neighborhoods. Near, like you are pretty much as you said earlier, right? There's always an Albertsons near in your neighborhood. So being part of the community, y'all have been like a huge addition to everything that went positive in all the negativity that happened last year. So let's take a step back here, right? Pandemic, yes, but even before the pandemic, you guys were already on a long journey of transformation. So what were the key drivers? What prompted you to say it's time to change? It's time to transform yourself, your technology, and the people and everything else. So can you point us to some of the key drivers?
Sure, Anand. Well, like you said, yes, we are into grocery business, but that doesn't mean like it stops us short of innovating or leveraging the technology which we all have the liberty to use today in today's world, right? This pandemic, nothing but only challenged us more, and like what we have been already looking to do for the past 3 to 4 years. It just got highlighted the importance of these challenges while we are working through them, and like how we have to even work through these even faster, just to help our customers or serve our customers during the time of the need. And given like how complex the business of a grocery chain can be, which I'm sure like most of us don't realize, but when it comes to delivering to the customers, we start as early in the day, like maybe 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. We start picking up all the groceries, things which we need to deliver. And then again, we have to make sure the online customer experience is good enough where people are looking to order either from the comfort of their home, or maybe on their mobile phones, or even if they are looking to visit our stores early in the morning. So things like these, we have to constantly just make sure we are improving our customer experience, and how we can then at the same time improve the experience for our store associates who are actually working at the ground level and doing all the hard work, ensuring like everything is in order, and our customers are getting what they want in the stores. Make sure like we all like have the stocks in the stores, things like these. And with all these things, like on the IT side of our world, on Albertsons side, like we have seen a tremendous increase in the online traffic, along with the constant change in traffic pattern. Like I said, with the onset of pandemic, everyone chose to maybe be at home and use a mobile phone to order their groceries and have it delivered at their doorsteps, right? So with all these things, we have been looking like how we can improve our infrastructure, or like how we are operating today for our as part of our business to serve the customers. So we have to think through a lot of things, like today the store hardware, which is always limited in capacities. Changing store hardware is like not, it has never been that easy. At the same time, then we have to see, right, like how we have our on-prem systems like mainframe, right? Like I'm sure like everyone in this country, big companies, like they are having mainframe in their stack. We also have mainframe and other critical systems which are running in our on-prem data centers. So it's all about like how we look into all these technology stack, and how we can migrate and modernize these legacy systems, and leverage the benefits out of the cloud or cloud technologies, which we can possibly use for our benefit. And then but yes, like while looking to modernize our things, we are of course are running into like maybe some roadblocks, or maybe a few hiccups, where like we have to like maybe be mindful of like now we have one leg in the cloud, one leg in the it's still in our on-prem data centers. So now we have to think about like, okay, how are we going to manage the challenge where data needs to be flowing between the two separate geographical locations, and like we have a heavy on-premise data gravity. Like data still lives on-premise, right? Like it cannot be just lifted and shifted in like matter of months. It takes time. So with all these, like it has been a challenge on us where we look for how we can modernize our stack, and then also like improve the customer experience, our store associates experience, and just help our customers end of the day.
That's right. You almost looks like you had to think about the entire spectrum, right? Even from a business perspective, you have the supply chain that you talked about, and like I always chuckle when I ask my kids in their early days, where do the vegetables and the fruits grow, and their answer was the grocery stores, right? That's the kind of initial thought that they feel like, oh, they go to the grocery stores and they get all of these vegetables and fruits. It's tough to imagine what happens before they get to the grocery store. All of the processes, all of the things, all of the people that have to work to make that happen for us, right? That's awesome. And good to understand like the entire spectrum of your challenges that you're trying to address with the modernization approach. Fantastic. With that challenge set that you had, you know, where was there any process that you followed? And how did you go through the process of identifying the next steps and implementing some of that?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, well, like you said, like I mean, it's very interesting if you if you see like one of our fulfillment centers, like we are like up early in the morning. Well, I should be saying the store associates or like our ground staff is up early in the morning, and just looking to see all the orders which we have to deliver, or even stack all the stocks in our aisles. So yeah, speaking of like which were the key areas where we were looking to improve our like operating model, or like how we are doing the business today, and what we can do better. So definitely the first thing comes to our mind is the infrastructure, which is always like the toughest to change or modernize. It asks for like a lot of maybe disruptive changes to the folks, or to the staff who's working at the ground level, doing a lot of important things. So infrastructure is definitely one of the most important of all these or key areas, I'll say, where we were looking at opportunities like how we can maybe leverage cloud technologies, although a cloud technology cannot exist in a store, but how can we even inch closer to the store, or maybe like something what is called today as edge computing, how we can be closer to the store. So we still call it like we are in the cloud, but we are still able to run systems in our store. Even with limited capacities, they can reap the benefits of the different cloud platforms. We have been leveraging a container platform for a while now. So like we started our first container platform more than like 5 years back, which definitely helped us tremendously to improve our infrastructure, and at least look at a different perspective how we can modernize our technology, our tech stack. Then second, but of course, like another important one is the applications. Uh, while we are replacing hardware or like even leveraging cloud technologies, it's important we either rewrite or like redo our applications in a way where it leverages the cloud technologies benefits, or like use the potential, or like use the like all the great features which are which at our disposal, and and then of course making applications more resilient to maybe things which can go wrong, or how we can like scale up in the times of demand, especially like pandemic. Well, pandemic tested us quite well last year, and we were able to kind of almost deliver our customers without any major hiccups on our side, all thanks to the cloud, to the container platforms, and of course adopting microservices was one of our biggest win in this whole process. And at the same time, while we are trying to transition to cloud technologies, we should not be forgetting our support staff. Of course, they are new to this as well. We got to make sure, like, we are training the existing support staff, and then we are uh, ensuring like they know like how things are now going to work, or maybe they might see like things they haven't changed much, but it will be more working efficiently this time. But yeah, end of the day, we still need to make sure everyone is comfortable using these cloud technologies.
You said that right? For example, one of the key things that I talk to customers again and again, and it's true across the industries, is one thing that's guaranteed for you on the cloud is failure for multiple reasons. And how are you building your systems to be resilient to those failures? That's a big goal, and then I'm glad that you were focusing on that in a big way.
Right, right. So yeah, speaking further on the key areas, and like you were asking, Anand, like we definitely like were looking at what technology choices we should be making at this time while we are looking to modernize our the decades old systems, which have been working efficiently and are stable and like are really good. But yes, we have to scale up and deliver our customers the modern ways of like online delivery and things like these, right? So we definitely made some of the technology choices like I was explaining a minute back is we picked up microservices application pattern where we were looking to break down our monolithic applications. We have been recently starting to break our mainframe systems into multiple microservices and see like how we can tap onto the benefits of the cloud technologies. And like I was saying, PCF or Pivotal Cloud Foundry, we started our journey on Cloud Foundry 5 years back, and it has been one of the best decisions which we have made in the cloud technology area, and it has helped us tremendously last year, like I was telling you all. And what happened, like on the onset of the pandemic, of course, everyone was caught off guard, and with the application running in containers, well, it quickly was able to sustain all the traffic, and we were able to deliver to our customers. With PCF, there is another angle to it. Our developers love PCF, especially like when they are writing microservices using Spring Boot, and going all the way from an idea to solution is like very quick because with Spring Boot things are so much faster. And where else is a better place to speak about Spring other than this conference, right? So Spring and PC Cloud Foundry has helped us tremendously. At the same time, we also are delving into other container platforms like Kubernetes, like Azure Kubernetes Service, or even GKE, just to cater all different types of developers or their needs, so that way like they have multiple technologies at their disposal.
It's fantastic. The next thing I always talk about, and this is something that people forget, right? There's the technology adoptions, there's the technology choices, then the technology challenges that they are trying to address. But what happens to the people who are in the middle of these changes? There's always a question of, hey, do I need to change? There's a pushback for change. There's always a human tendency to delve and stay in the current and not embrace change, and that has to be a big effort in any enterprise to make that happen. And then the processes, right? You've always built the processes around the technologies that you're using today and the people you have around you. How did you all face what kind of challenges did you face, and how did you address the people and process challenges?
Definitely a great question, Anand. So yes, like you said, with changes coming across the company, it's always like some people will take it, okay, it's very good, and like others can take it like, oh no, and, now they have to learn a lot of new things or new technologies, or they have to come out of their comfort zone. But here's what I'm going to say, like our leadership has done a great job, and they have given us plenty of opportunities to learn and educate ourselves while we all transition into new ways of working on the cloud, especially, and and learn, the all the good stuff which cloud has to offer. Or let's talk about maybe containers, right? Like, while we are in a spring conference, so our leadership has done a great job in like giving us an environment where it helps nurturing our people, our employees, and be empathetic to them, and then they helped us in, like, making it an easier ride, rather than looking at, oh, it's a big change for everyone to look at and pick up and walk through it. With all this, like, Albertson is like today is like not a typical retailer anymore. I can definitely say that. I have been with Albertson for around 3 years now, and I have seen, like, company has been changing tremendously. We are definitely aiming for being a technology first company, and we are looking to adopt all the best practices, new technologies. We are not a typical retailer company out there in the market. And yeah, and I mean, our leadership, are always emphasizing a culture of change, which is always good for everyone. It's always well taken by us all, and yeah, it's working out well for all of us here.
Fantastic. That the thing that you talk about, the culture of change, is tremendous. Like, and especially it's a big boost when you see your leadership pushing that culture of change and embracing that change that is constant for us. Like, that's the one constant that we always talk about is the change, right? And how do you embrace that change? How do you take that as a positive and make that as a tool for yourself to move forward? That's always the best thing to do. So awesome. So we've talked about the transformation, we talked about the technology choices and the people and the process. So what's next? Where is your journey taking you?
Yes. So where we are heading? Well, like I said, we started our like modernization efforts more than 3-4 years back, and we have been looking at all the opportunities where we can scale up in this ever demanding environment, and to deliver the best to our customers. So we are definitely looking to migrate into cloud as much we can, and given like how our stores hardware, or like how stores operate, it has been somewhat of a challenge for us to move faster in this, but we have been doing really good, and we have been looking to modernize our store experience. Like, we are trying to modernize our store hardware at the same time, like I was explaining, moving towards cloud edge computing. So that way, like, we can still like decouple some of our store systems in a way where it's like not 100% dependent on the hardware sitting inside a store, but rather work together and be resilient enough, and just improve the store associates experience, customers experience. And we have a multi-year process where we are looking to just improve our tech stack overall, and continue our focus on the omni-channel experience for our customers, and for us all.
Fantastic. As I said when I started this session, right, and I had the privilege to working with yourself and the entire team with a front row seat and working with you on a day-to-day basis and seeing all of the tremendous growth and tremendous change and transformation that's happened at Albertsons. I really appreciate all of the hard work that you've done and partnership. Especially the way I look at it is it's been an amazing partnership between VMware and Albertsons as we've seen this journey go by. And you yourself personally, you've been a good, very good leader. I've seen you work, get your team excited about all of the work that's in front of them, and making sure we are getting the best out of that. And as I said, go find your nearest Albertsons chain store in your neighborhood, and then make sure that you shop there so that we show our gratitude to all of the good work that they have done for the community and us. Thank you very much, Gaurav, and we'll hope to talk to you soon again.
Thank you, Alan.
Well, that was great. I was just planning my next trip back home to the States, so I'll have to find an Albertsons and go stock up there. Well, anyways, so if you are in the Slack channel for that talk, session modernizing and migrating retail systems to cloud, you'll see a link to the Q&A that you can go do afterwards. And I'd encourage you to go there and ask any questions you have. And after a short break, I'll see y'all again. We have a great talk coming up next that I'm looking forward to.